Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First, I want to say thank you to everyone that just subscribed. Wow, I was floored when I went into my YouTube. I've been out of it for a couple of days because of my son's wedding, and I was so happy when I came back in. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. I really appreciate you guys not only subscribing, but a lot of you have been chit-chatting in the comment section, and that's awesome because I'm learning a lot from you guys, and I'm really having fun getting to know everyone. Anyway, let's go to my project. Listen, crafting is my therapy, and the past couple of days has been pretty stressful. Having my children travel and all this stuff has been kind of crazy. So I just took things out. I have no idea what I'm gonna make yet. Well, I have a somewhat of an idea. This is the Ultimate Christmas Verse Compendium from Crafter's Companion, and these stamps had Thanksgiving stamps. I know everybody's doing Christmas in July, but I'm like, okay, we could do Thanksgiving because I'm very grateful for a lot of the stuff that went on this week. And I had this paper that I bought in January, and it was on sale. So I've had this there for a while, just waiting to see what I'm gonna do with it. And yeah, let's do something with it today. This time I think though I'm gonna decide on my stamp first. I always let the paper dictate what I'm gonna do, but I think this time I'm gonna pick out my stamp. And we shall see. Give thanks with all of your heart. Wishing you from my family to yours. Grateful for each and every one of you. That I am. I think for the inside, time to remind me again. I'm gonna do this. I mean for the outside, and then the inside I might do that one. So I'm excited that they put Thanksgiving in here because, and even Hanukkah, you don't find that anywhere. So I think these books are big enough to give a page for different types of holidays, so I'm glad they did that. Okay, now let's pick our paper. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, that's a contender. And I'm not gonna color today or ink. I'm just gonna layer paper and just relax and have some fun. Oh, that's pretty too. I don't know, but I'm kind of drawn to this one. So let's do that. And then we can find other papers that we can mix and match. Actually, this one will go nice with it. And I think we're good. I mean, I have other little papers that we can cut up and stuff. I have a whole lot from like those Crafter Companion those boxes. I just put all the paper in one. Stock it up. That was pretty too. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna work with these two, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get the other papers, and I'll be right back. Oh, the joys of pressing pause and having a whole conversation by yourself. Okay, when I left off, I was gonna find other papers, and I did. I found a lot of scrap papers. I even found some twine that we may be able to use. What I didn't find, now this is really, it's dinged up to say the least, but we may be able to use this. I was looking, I had some foil brown cardstock, and I have no idea where I put it. So I dug all that out, and then I thought I pressed play, and I started trimming down our pieces here. Now what I did was, I don't want to cut more of this and just waste it. So I'm going to just explain to you. I cut this one out 5 by 7. And then this one I cut at 4.5 by 6.5. And I did that to get it layered up enough so you can see the pattern underneath. Let me see if I can get the camera to see it. You can slightly see it, but the pictures I put up, you'll see it better. And I like that. I like the way that looks. So we're gonna go ahead with that. And then now I was trying to figure out what kind of design do I want to make here, or should I just cut out all this other stuff before I decide that? I wanted to do this. This is the Climber strip die set, and this is from Tonic Studios. Now they have one here, which is this one that just looks like vines, and it might go well with this, it might not, but we can cut it and try it. I mean, it's just paper, and I'm winging it today. I'm not really concerned if I have to put something to the side and use it later. So I think we're just going to cut this out and see how it looks. I'm going to cut it out of both one of these plain papers, and I'm also going to cut it out of gold just in case I want something to pop on this project. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut these out. I'm going to use the border part to cut the entire strip out on both sides, and then I'll be right back. Hopefully I remember to unpause. Okay, so most of the time I'm like, ooh, shiny. And I love it. And this time I absolutely hate it. I don't think it does anything for this pattern cardstock. I think it just takes away. So we're scrapping that idea. I didn't even like the design on it. I think we need to go with a more simple design on this card and just let the actual colors and stuff pop and speak for themselves. Oh, we can even add ribbon. Maybe we could do that. Maybe ribbon would be nice. Okay, let me dig out some ribbon and we'll see. Okay, I think now we hit on some very dangerous territory. I found this twine that was pretty. I found this ribbon. And this is a Crafter's Companion ribbon. And then I found this sheer ribbon. Okay, I like the color of this one, but I don't like the wrinkles. And I like the feel of this one. Now maybe if we layer it on top of a piece of paper, which that's not it. Let's see, this one, no, nothing complements it. This would be nice for a bow though. Or we can try some of this twine if I could ever get it open. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. I kind of like that too. Ooh, this is going to be a hard decision. Maybe we could do both. This is like the perfect shade for this piece, but I know what's going to happen. I'm going to put the tape behind it and it's going to look all wonky and I'm going to hate that. So I guess we could try it. Just cut a piece, let's put it across and maybe add some twine to it just to make things a little different. And I mean, it's just trying to figure things out. And I'm sure this is the way you guys operate too. It's like trial and error. You try different things. I don't think I could ever see myself just saying, well, this is this and that's that. Unless I have it really, really, really planned out. I don't think I've ever had anything that planned out. Okay, I'm really liking the way those colors look together. I think I'm just gonna glue this down to this, and then we'll decide if we're gonna add more to it. So let's get some tape. Okay, let me find my tape. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was looking through my drawers to find tape, and look what I found. I have a box of dried flowers. This is a real flower, and I think those colors look so pretty with this card. I might use that. Now, okay, don't use real flowers if you don't know if someone has allergies. If it's someone like, I would give this to my daughter or my sister that I know they don't have allergies, but I would never send this off to someone that I'm not absolutely sure of, that they'll be okay receiving anything with real flowers. In that, if I was to send it somewhere else, then I would use a flower like this. And these are purchased in Hobby Lobby, and they're from the his and her collection, the wedding section. But I mean, the flowers you can use anywhere. So I would definitely use something like this if I was sending it off to someone that I'm not sure if they have allergies. But today I'm going to use the real flower. I just love the way that looks together, and I think with a pretty sentiment on the side, everything is just gonna start coming together and pop. And we may not even need twine, or maybe we will because I want layers. Okay, so I'm gonna start gluing this down, and I'm just gonna add some of this tape here if it works. I so miss my my AGT gun, ACG gun. I need to buy the tape for it, and I can't find it. So let's put some tape here and just tighten it up just a little bit and bring it all the way across. I need to make sure this is straight. Straight as I can get it, at least. And I think that's okay. And then I didn't leave myself much here, but we'll make it work. Okay, so we're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna put one of our flowers this straight at all. I know this is fabric and you can't get it as straight as you would paper, but I want to get at least as close as I can. Now, where did I put my sentiment? Let's see if that one's gonna fit now, because this is pretty big. And it's under all this paper. I dug out everything except the kitchen sink. Oh, it's right here. Okay. See, now it might be a little too big. So I may have to switch out the sentiment. If it was getting stamped right on here, it would be perfect, but it's not. So let's see what else we have in that book. Okay. Have a blessed Thanksgiving. I think that's small enough to fit in that space. And I can still use that flower. Yep, I think that'll go well. Now with this, I'm just gonna use I was gonna layer a lot of stuff up, but I don't think we need to, because that flower, I want it to be the one thing that really pops. So I'm gonna bring out some, maybe some square dies, and cut this out, and we just have to decide what paper we're going to use, which I'm thinking now that we need to go with a lighter color just because I want it also to stand out a little bit. Maybe this color would go well. Okay, let's get that going and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found these two square dies that I received in one of Crafter's Companions boxes. I'll find out which one it is and I'll leave a note as soon as I figure out which one it is. But this is like the perfect size for this stamp. And now all I have to figure out is if I want to make a layer of plain brown, or do I want to add just a little bit of shine? Or maybe just go, I wouldn't go with orange because I don't want to take away from this. So I'm going to cut those two out. And I'm even going to cut it out of my craft paper to see which one looks best. I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut those out of the shiny and the matte colors. And now I'm going to stamp this guy out so I can see what looks the best. I was searching to see if I had brown ink, but I don't. And since I'm stamping on this color, I don't think it's going to make a difference if it's the VersaFine black. But I do want to emboss it, so let me put some of that. And then we're going to start to stamp it out. See, the VersaFine works perfectly well with these acrylic stamps. It looks really good. Problem I have with some of these acrylic stamps is that since I like to color, the minute I start to color it, it doesn't look great. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so let's put this to the side. We'll clean it up in a bit. And that's pretty good. Save our powder. And then we're gonna just heat this up just a little bit. I thought I was gonna use this muted gold, but I decided no. Now with embossing powder, you heat it up. When it turns shiny, you move on. And then you can go through the back also to kind of fix your paper a little bit. You really didn't need to emboss that much, but it's there. So I'm gonna let that cool off before I do anything with it. And I'm gonna move back to the card. I'm having more fun with the card. I'm gonna add some twine to it. I think it would look pretty good. Let's see how much I want to leave. You know, I think I'm gonna wrap it around twice. And then we'll cut it and fix it. Then we can just tie it off here. But where the flower would go, Mhm. It's just going to add a little more texture to the card. Let me just tie it and then I'll fix it. Okay. I'll cut it down after everything is put together. And remember, everything looks a hot mess until you start putting it all together. So we have that so far. And if you wanted to put it into a little bowl, you could. But you're really not going to see it with the flowers. So I'm just going to leave it like that, and then I'll just trim it down when the time is right. So this is what we have so far. And we may have to pop this up on some foam tape. Just because of this. Not necessarily. You could flatten that down pretty good. So I think I'm just going to glue this one down. Or maybe not. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so I'm going to take this and run it through. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so normally I would take, okay, that's not what I wanted to say yet. I went ahead and when I looked at what we embossed, it really didn't look good. And I tried several times to stamp it, but it kind of like spread out too much and kind of, I don't know, it bled really weird. And I think it's the paper. I don't think it's the ink. If you could see on the side, it's just, the paper just soaked it up. So I went ahead and I stamped it again out of a thicker cardstock. But this time I didn't emboss, I just left it as is. And I'm going to put this on the shiny paper just because since I didn't emboss, I want to add something to it. And then we're going to add that there. Now normally I would pop this up and let this lie on the paper flat, but since we have the twine going on, I'm going to glue this directly onto this, and then we'll pop that part up with some foam tape. So we get something like this. Okay, and then we could put foam tape on the back of this one. Now in the middle where the twine is, I'm gonna try to like leave some space where the twine could stay there in between, so we don't have any weird bumps going on or anything. I think one more layer and then we should be good. Okay, so now we can add this to our card. Maybe right there. And I'm just gonna look at it real quick, make sure it's even. And I think that's good. Okay. So we have that, and then we're gonna add our flower right there. So let's glue this down. I had already put some foam on the back of this, and I actually used a flower forming foam just because I wanted something, oops, a little bit lighter, a little bit thinner. And all my other foam is pretty thick, so it wouldn't have worked for this project. Let's see. Let me move this around. So let me just hold it there for a second. Make sure everything is nice and flat. And this is what we have so far. So now we're gonna have to get some hot glue so we can glue that flower down. And I think I could trim already where I want this to be, maybe around there, maybe around here. And you know what? I may want to add just one more loop just to make it a little bit more under the flower. Maybe something like that. Again, I love texture. Or we could even do a bow now. That's too small. Let's get a bow done. We're really winging it. And maybe do something like this. And we could just glue that down. It looks horrible like that, but when you stick that flower on, it just ties everything in. So now it looks like a prettier mess. Okay, so I'm gonna get the hot glue going and I'll be right back. Okay, our hot glue gun is ready to go, and I cut that down. I didn't want so many strings hanging. It just didn't look right to me, so I'm just gonna glue the ribbon down, the bow down. And all this is gonna get covered up by the flower, so it doesn't matter if that's like a hot mess. And then we're gonna just add plenty of glue to the flower and hold it there. And that's our finished card. The flower is a little high, but I just like the colors. I thought the colors were so pretty, and I just wanted to make something different. And all in all, I think it does work. Again, with you're going to use real flowers, please, please, please only give it to people that you're absolutely sure that they don't have allergies. I would only give this card to a close family member. I would not mail it out to a friend or anything, just because, you know, health reasons. You want to make sure everybody's good, everybody's healthy. So this is what I would do. Now, if I was to send this out to a friend, I would probably add a different flower, which, wow, that looks pretty too. Oh, I already put this one on. So this is my project for today. You can add gems. You can add so much stuff to this, but I think leaving the focal point, the flower, and just let everything else be its background was a good choice. I hope you like this video. Oh, wait, before I go. So I had attempted to make some videos which failed like huge. It was not good. I made this one, and this one was using one of the flowers from, what's that company name? The His and Her collection from Hobby Lobby, and they were 50% off, so I got them like for $1 something for a whole stack. And then this is the Trellis Circle dies from Tonic Studios. This is an old die. I'm not sure if you can still find them, but they're so pretty, and I use the same one again, as you can see, because I kind of liked it. But this time I used my Cricut machine to cut out some flowers, because I don't have a lot of flower dies. I never really work with them, and I wanted to give it a go, so we did that. And then this one was using the same Christmas compendium, and this one was using the Winter White paper collection from Crafter's Companion, and I paired it with a white flower from the His and Her collection from Hobby Lobby. So that's what I did with these cards, and we have like a theme going here of flowers. I just wanted to give them a go, and I guess since we were dealing with a wedding, I just wanted flowers. So these are my cards. I'm sorry that these videos didn't work out, but those are the cards, and this one didn't work out either. I was making this card when I figured out a little too late that I used the black cardstock was super thick and it made it hard to fold. So I didn't want to put something out there that I couldn't use. It's not fair to anyone. So that's that. So yeah, I was trying to make videos, guys. It's just my brain wasn't in it. So I kept goofing up. And I goofed up a little bit on this one, but not so much so that I have to scrap the video. So I hope this entertained you at least. And yeah, if you have real flowers and you have close family members that you can give this stuff to, I would try those real flowers. That's super cute, and it's on there. It is on there. And you know, it's just as high as the rose from the Hobby Lobby flowers. So I don't know. I think it works. Those are my cards. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you real soon. I think my creative rut is over. So this one especially inspired me because I am feeling blessed. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.